All right, dog. We saw that my boy, Antonio Brown. I say my boy.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Notice I
He
didn't. no, notice I didn't. Yeah.
my boy Antonio Brown um says he would love to play with Lamar Jackson. In a recent interview, I think that interview was with Brandon Marshall on
Yeah,
his podcast.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
I Am Athlete. Go check that out if y'all haven't seen it.
Yeah, respect.
AB got some gems up in that interview. He got some gems like they were asking that boy about mental health. He said he don't have mental health. He got mental wealth
That
because
was a
he
gem. That was a gem.
because he don't care about what other people say about him. He got other gems in there as well, including letting us know the real things that Malcolm X and Dr. King were out here fighting for. Okay, like reparations and liberations. Okay, now whatever that is, okay, we still ain't got that. I know I ain't got it. I ain't got no liberation. So
How long did you teach, brother? Tell me again, because I
I
just want
did
to make sure.
I did a decade in the classroom and I've done consulting since then. So, but I didn't, I missed out on that.
I
That
was gonna say in that decade, even outside of the classroom, you've done extensive history on Dr. King and Brother Malcolm, like anyone, like not anyone that I've met. So
I haven't come across it, but
right, I'm just checking. I'm
AB
just checking.
probably
I'm just checking.
AB been kumbaya and I haven't. So maybe he knows something that I don't know. You understand?
Wow.
But in that interview, like I said, he stated that he would love to play with Lamar Jackson. He thinks Lamar Jackson deserves his flowers for everything that he does. And also he posted a picture of himself in a Ravens uniform. Okay. So I want to throw this out here and see what my brother thinks about it, see what y'all think about it as well, real ones. Do y'all think that the Baltimore Ravens should sign Antonio Brown? Caesar, what you say?
No,
That was too quick, Caesar.
no,
That was too quick.
no. Listen, do y'all wanna mess up Lamar Jackson, America,
See that?
Ravens, brother? No. Do y'all want to flip John Harbaugh on his head? No. I'm trying to find a nice way to say it because
Okay.
never going to be against somebody who looks like me trying to elevate their lives
Right.
when they're doing it the right way.
Okay.
By all accounts, Antonio Brown is a great football player still today,
Mhm.
right? Take everything else off the table, then yes, but you can't take everything off the table. At some point, he's going to explode. You hope that it's after the season, like in the off season, where you can kind of make a decision on how to move with him then. But eventually, he's going to do it during the season, and I don't know if you want to put that on Lamar Jackson. Now, in theory, if there was a place that he could go, and some of that would die down, it would be Baltimore because John Harbaugh and that organization, they do run a tight knit ship, man. And they're just one of those flagship organizations that I respect. That seem like they always get it right. Like I hate on the Steelers, but man, the Steelers do it right. I hate on the Packers, but like they find a way to be consistent. You know what I mean? I hate on the 49ers, but with John,
Consistently lose in the playoffs,
here we
but
go.
we not gonna get
I
into it.
shouldn't even brought it up. The 49ers with John Lynch, they consistently try to build a culture of consistency. Like they build a culture of consistency, integrity, so on and so forth. If there's a place he's going to go, it has to be a place like that. So that's not why Antonio Brown's wanting to go, though. All those things I just mentioned. Antonio Brown wants to go to ball. He sees that Lamar Jackson is a baller. He wants to get another shot. Should he get another shot with the Ravens? If I was the Ravens, I would steer clear. It makes sense on paper because they need a stud receiver because John Hollywood Brown drops passes at the worst times. They have a great tight end. It would be so nice to have a complimentary receiver to, take some of that ease off on the outside. But man, when you're talking risk versus reward, me personally, if you ask me to sign him and I'm the GM or I'm John Harbaugh, I say, nah, I'm good. I'm good.
Okay. Let me say this, okay? Because some of my young boys might see this and be like, "Coach, you tripping." I would not want to coach Antonio Brown.
Yeah.
Okay, that
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
would not want me. My personality would not mesh
Wouldn't
well with
work.
Antonio Brown's personality. We would have been probably fighting. Okay, so that wouldn't work. Okay,
It's true.
but AB got a point. It's more and more I hear this boy talk. The boy be making some sense. Hear me out, brother. Hear me out. Okay.
I'm listening. I'm listening.
Another one of the gems that scoundrel dropped in that interview was that he only did what anybody would do on the job if your employer told you to get the F out of here. So then I got to thinking about my career.
Yeah.
And thinking about, well, my former career.
Yeah.
And thinking about, okay, if I was still in the classroom and I had an administrator come to me, feel some type of way and tell me to go off on me. Yeah, I'm probably gonna dip out.
You out of there.
I'm probably gonna dip out. Probably not gonna take off my clothes.
You know I'm gonna follow up with that too.
Probably not gonna take off my clothes because in my own clothes. I would be in
Yeah.
my shirt and tie.
Sure.
Okay.
Sure.
But yeah, I'm probably gonna dip out there. He said it just so happens that his job is on TV.
Yeah.
So you know what? That makes a lot of sense. So then again, on here before, I compared him to Dennis Rodman,
Yeah.
Kanye, and T.O. Okay. I've seen Dennis Rodman throw that jersey in the stand at night, but I got somebody else to compare him to too. Yo, boy. Yeah. Draymond Green. Okay. Shout out to Secret Base.
Yeah.
They are a channel that I'm subscribed to. They drop good stuff, y'all. You know what I'm saying? Y'all go and check them out.
Respect.
You know what I'm saying? That's after you watch all segments from Put It On Something.
Come on now.
But they dropped a thing earlier today, a beef history of Draymond Green and Kevin Durant. Now, that's one of the things they do on their channel, that they drop beef histories from all these different things across different sports. And one of the things that beef history reminded me of is just how crazy Draymond Green is.
Yeah.
Draymond Green not only cussed out KD that one time, Draymond Green and cussed out Steve Kerr numerous times. Whole lot of times Steve Kerr caught it from Draymond Green. We've seen it. You've seen when Draymond get a tick and Steve can't do nothing with that boy. Steven got to the point that he ain't even trying to say nothing to Draymond. Draymond just be wilding out. Mm-hmm. In another segment where I talked about Chris Paul being historically better than Steph, and I talked about how the Warriors choked against Brum and them in 2016 finals. Part of that choke job was Draymond, their emotional leader, getting suspended.
Yeah.
Can't contain himself in the moment. Couldn't contain himself really throughout that playoff run. Got all those flagrant fouls. So I see a guy, we've seen guys, I should say, who are temperamental, tough to deal with, diva-like behavior, or they are rough around the edge. We've seen these kind of guys in every single sport on marquee teams. And it seems like if you winning, it's cool. You get away with it. If you losing, then it's going to be highlighted. Okay. And that's part of what I'm seeing with AB. Now, some of the AB stuff, I'm not talking about what he caught these charges.
Right.
I'm not talking about that stuff. I'm specifically really talking about this instance, this time, where he wanted the ball and he was saying he was hurt. He revealed the text messages saying that he had told dude he was hurt, but that he was playing through it because he took the shot or whatever, and he out there mad because Tom Brady wasn't giving the ball. Dude said, "Get the F out of here." He snapped out. That's the moment I'm talking about.
Yeah.
Okay. in that regard, and from what I'm seeing from AB on his, I don't even want to call it an apology tour,
It's not.
on his media tour, because he's not
Yeah.
apologizing. For real, for real. If the Ravens don't sign him, somebody will. Somebody gonna get him. I won't be shocked if your Dallas Cowboys get him season.
Now,
You
let me tell
talk
you something.
Jerry Jones, you know your boy. You know, well, not your boy, but you know the Cowboys owner. You know him better than I do.
America.
You know he'll
You
do it.
a team already is in turmoil right now because
Yeah.
they blew expectations. You want to see them sink and never rise up? Sign AB. AB is a match that somebody lit and like you're holding it in your hand and you can see the fire, but while you're paying attention to the fire getting down to your finger, it's a gas station right behind you, and you just hope that match goes out before something dangerous happens next to that gas. I am telling you, everywhere that AB has been, and here's the issue that I have with it. Like for real, I want to be serious for a minute.
Okay.
With AB, it doesn't appear that winning is as important as getting his numbers. With Draymond, I know winning is important. He crazy as all get out, but I know winning is important. With Dennis Rodman, crazy as all get out, gonna go to Vegas and gonna have drinks
He went wrestling in
and
the
other
play
things
in the shut your mouth. All right.
and
He
other
went
things
he went wrestling in the playoff season.
with Karl Malone,
In the
right?
playoffs.
Um,
Now I don't
I
think Carl didn't go in the
nah,
playoffs with him.
Carl didn't go to after. Carl didn't go to after playoff.
Okay.
But I really do think that a guy like Dennis Rodman cares about the winning portion too.
Okay.
Even a guy like T.O., I think there's value in winning to him. Everywhere that this guy has been, man, he has had an issue where the issue of me comes before, man, I just want to be the best at this thing. You know what I mean? And I could be wrong on that. I don't know AB personally. I know he's gifted enough to be the best, and he don't have to prove that to me. I already think he's one of the best receivers to do it in his generation. His numbers speak for himself. It's just everywhere you go, man. When you leave it on a sour note. And it'd be one thing if it was like ownership or your coach or just the front office saying it. But when it's like your teammates are doing that move on you too, that part can be tough. And now, for the record, America, I'm glad that he's done what he's done with the Buccaneers because he has exposed some of that Bruce Arians is Mr. Perfect, player friendly guy, right? No, Bruce Arians is just like any other head coach, right? He's got his quirks as well. So in that regard, I'm glad. I hope the AB is in a space where it is mental wealth over. I need some help with my mental health because that part is more important than anything. Um, the older I get, and I hate to sound like this, but the older I get, the more I think about when you give AB opportunities like this, and not just AB, we're talking about AB, but anybody like this, are you rewarding negative behavior? Are we rewarding negative behavior by giving this man another shot? Maybe we are. Maybe it's just this is the nature of the beast. This is the NFL. And if you can ball, you'll get the call, as Coach Prime will say. You know what I mean? Is that what we're doing? Or, man, is the rebuttal from my brother, man, this is what it is. This is the NFL. You got to deal with that kind of stuff in order to get to where you want to be. And like you just said, and like I just said, the Ravens need somebody like Antonio Brown. So can you overlook it?
Now I don't know what Harbaugh's personality is like. Now, if Harbaugh's personality is like mine, aggressive and don't want to take any disrespect, if you get disrespectful, then it's gonna be confrontational. Maybe he's calmer.
Yeah.
Maybe he's on some Zen master stuff, like Phil Jackson or something like that. And but see, if you're gonna be Phil Jackson, you still gonna need like a Michael Jordan type of leader to keep AB, you know what I'm saying, right here with you. I don't know if they have that. You know, football is different.
Yeah.
It's not always the quarterback that does that. We know Ray Lewis used to be
True.
that
True
for
that.
that team,
Yep.
fancy.
Yep.
Okay.
Yep.
So I don't know. But like you said, they can use another route runner. Because if you got AB, you with Hollywood Brown and with Andrews, who's a top 3 tight end in this league.
I'd say so.
I think some people throw Waller at you. I
Mm-hmm.
know Kittle and Kelsey. Okay, we know what they represent.
I put them right behind them.
Andrews right up there.
Yeah.
Ooh, that'd be kind of scary now. Okay. It'll be scary. Don't move off that so quick that I said your Cowboys might give them a shot.
Nah, we gotta move off of that.
Y'all ain't bringing Gallup back, right?
Probably not, just because again. So, and that's another thing. I don't know if AB is willing to take that number 3, maybe even 4 role with Cedric Wilson.
He's not, because he said he was the best in Tampa Bay.
Okay,
but I can't argue with that. He was the best route runner. You can argue like Mike Evans has the size.
Sure.
True enough. But AB, everybody says he's the hardest working guy they've seen.
Yep.
Everybody in me, even guys who don't like him, like Ryan Clark.
You can't take that away from him.
It's the hardest work. I've never seen a guy work that hard. So yeah, if he walked into your locker room, he gonna feel like he's the one. Amari the 2 or CD, you take what you say. CD your number 1 guy now, right?
I say CD's number 1.
Okay.
Amari still thinking number 1, but I say CD's 1.
AB gonna walk in. AB would walk in and say, "I'm that guy now.
I'm the guy.
I'm that boy." As he said, "I'm that boy." You heard?
Can't work. I got a question for you.
Okay.
So you said like John Harbaugh, maybe his temperament is different. Who's that guy to kind of snatch up AB if he's? Is there somebody on any team that can snatch up AB? Because that's my thing. Like, everybody needs that somebody to kind of give them that, hey man, come back to reality moment.
We get that story about Tom Brady, and we got to keep it 100. They did win a Super Bowl last year.
No question.
They did win a Super Bowl. They were in great position this year to roll to the playoffs with AB and make a run on it. In that moment, now you can say the vaccine card situation. Could Tom had influenced him to, say go ahead and get vaccinated like everybody else? Yeah. On those, in the moment with Bruce Arians, did Tom even have an opportunity to calm him down? I'm hearing, Skip Bayless saying he got a source that said before that blow up occurred, AB had already had words with Tom Brady because Grunt was getting targeted. So I don't know. That's a great question. Yeah. Who else is the media giving us as that leadership guy in the league right now? You know what I'm saying? You know how we always heard about Ray Lewis's leadership, and I know Reggie White used to provide leadership on my Packers back in the gap and stuff like that.
Absolutely.
Who are those guys? They're folks just talk about Brady and his leadership for real. Seems like it.
I just don't know. I only asked that because I just don't know who's the guy that can get next to AB and say, hey, man, you have a finite amount of time left.
Does it have to be his quarterback?
I don't think so. Honestly, I think it has to be somebody that AB will look at and say that person maybe speaks the same language as me.
Okay.
Come from where I come from.
You Lamar? Can I offer you Lamar?
And so that's kind of what I was alluding to. I'm kind of just playing a devil's advocate with myself in this topic to say AB can look at Tom Brady and say Tom Brady's the ultimate winner. So I see that and I can respect that part. But if I'm telling you I don't think AB cares about winning that much, then he needs to see somebody who looks like him, speaks like him, has the work ethic of him, to look at that guy and say, well, I know this guy is just a straight shooter.
So he need to see somebody that's not from that's from the pit, not the palace, like him. That's Lamar. That's Lamar. Antonio Brown to the Ravens. We just called it.
Why did I even do it?
Y'all heard it here on Put It On Something. Lamar is also from the pit, not the palace. It's a match made in heaven. There it is. AB to Baltimore, and it's going to be booming. Put it on something.
This is ridiculous.
My kids wanted me to tell y'all to make sure you subscribe to my YouTube channel, follow me across all social media platforms, like the videos, and share them. Did I forget anything?
And turn on the post notifications.
Y'all heard them. And also, visit StatementTeesLLC.com and shop with us. That's Statement Tees. Every t-shirt you wear
Makes a statement.